Welcome to this episode of Hampton Roads Business Live. My name is Rory Graham, and I'm your host. And today I have the pleasure of having with me Owen Watson. He is an author here in Hampton Roads, and he has a book called What Matters Most: Family, Friends, and Foes. And he's here to tell us about that. Welcome, Owen.
Hey, thank you very much, Rory. It's a pleasure to be here.
Oh, pleasure to be here. Listen, I think everybody says, "Gee, I'd like to write a book."
Right.
You know, and it's a bit unusual that anybody actually does. You know, everybody says they got a book in them, and they probably do. Tell us first of all. That's an intriguing title. Okay. What matters most? Tell us. Give us an overview. What is this book about?
Okay, this book here is about what matters most: family, friends, and foes. It's basically about the family, friends, and foes that we interact with throughout our lives that make an impact and making us who we become today. We can either take the negative or we can take the positive. And the book chooses to take the positive route because it's about uplifting and bringing people to an awareness of, hey, I'm here because of those family, friends, and foes, seeing how God interacted within their lives, and that broadens the aspect of me seeing what's going on in my own life.
Okay, so these are influencing factors in your life, or
Correct.
People in your life, and so the books, I guess the point of the book you're saying is that God's using these people to influence you or to push you in one direction or another.
Definitely, yes,
right?
sir.
Okay, don't let me put any words in your mouth.
No problem.
Okay,
Yes.
All right. So what inspired you to write the book?
What inspired me to write the book is going through different situations throughout life, growing up all the way to the military, going to the U.S. Postal Service, and just looking at how people are sometimes in a downtrodden state, and they look for hope. And a lot of them, the people who I come across, are people of faith. So I started writing poems early on in my life. So with those poems, back in August of 2015, it was just something that I said, you know what, all of these experiences that I've written down in poetry, why not just go ahead and take it and make a book out of it, and then really elaborate on those different circumstances that people incur throughout their everyday life, whether it be death, whether it be challenges of isolation or loneliness, or maybe money issues, or maybe you're a single parent, or maybe being bullied. This book, What Matters Most: Family, Friends, and Foes, covers it all, and it tells how God is just using those individuals within each of those realms or those aspects to challenge you to become more of the person who He would design and have you to be. So
it kind of gives you a new perspective.
Definitely.
Yeah, a lot of times it depends on how you look at something. You know,
definitely.
It can change things. So what is your hope for this book?
The hope that I have for this book is that it will encourage people, first and foremost, that it will encourage them and enlighten them to understanding that, first of all, as a believer, a Christian, that God has not failed you. He's still in the mix, no matter what's going on in your life. Even those foes who it seems that are bringing you down are actually pushing you to where it is He would have for you to go. So the hope is that people of faith would be strengthened. People without faith will understand that there is a such thing as faith, and how it can be utilized in their lives.
Okay, I see. So is there a particular target audience for this book?
The particular targeted audience for this book is anybody and everybody. It's a self-help for everyone. People who say that they don't believe in God, or don't understand, or don't want to have faith, or don't want to, that's all I'm asking is take a read and then take a look around in your life. Like I said, these are common issues that we each deal with in life, and this will help each individual understand what's really going on, or at least give them a guide to what's going on in their lives.
All right. And so how does someone, well, first of all, let's just talk about where is the book available?
Okay, the book is available Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Walmart, and my website, owensbook.com.
Okay, now if they wanted an autographed copy of the book, how do they get that?
Very simple. I have an address, and it's P.O. Box 14417, Newport News, Virginia, 23608. Just send me a check or money order, $10. Send it to me, and that includes the price of the postage. I will be gladly sign the book and send it to the individual. And you just indicate whether you want it hard or soft, and both the same price.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And is there anything I haven't covered?
The only thing I would say that I would like to elaborate a little more on is what really stood out in the book to me, and that would be the part of isolation, because we're living in a society today where people seem to feel isolated or even sometimes selfish. So there's a selfish point, and then there's an isolated, hey, no one wants to be around me. So one of these issues that I had dealt with is the isolation, in which I was, some things that happened while I was in the military, and I was separated out of the environment, of the working space where I was at, and told that I was creating a hostile environment by doing something that was right. So, but to elaborate a little bit more on that, it wasn't that I was being separated out because of what they thought it was. It was that I was being separated out because God was giving me a time to be with Him, is how I looked at it. And during that time with Him, I had to look at the bigger picture of what it is that He was doing, not only in my life, but in their lives. Because at the end, I had many of them come back and apologize to me about the situation and said, yes, we should have stepped up and did the right thing. So that's the thing that really stood out to me within the book.
So I take it from our conversation then that, because I haven't read the book yet.
Yes.
But you did give me a copy.
Yes, definitely.
That people will, from this book, they will read it, and it will point out some things that if they analyze their life, then they can see happening within their own life and their own circumstances and begin to appreciate. But they've just never looked at it that way.
True. Exactly, right on point.
Well, hey, then you did a good job explaining.
Yes. Thank you, Rory.
Okay, so if you'd like to obtain a copy of the book, What Matters Most: Family, Friends, and Foes, you can do so. It's the website information is at the bottom of is at the end of this video and at the bottom of the page, and the contact information and all is there as well. It's also available on Barnes & Noble, at Barnes & Noble, and on Amazon, and it's also at Walmart, by the way. So pick up a copy and check it out, and then apply it to your own life and take a look around. You might be surprised. I thank you very much for coming in, Owen.
Thank you, Rory. Greatly appreciate it.
I wish you a great deal of success.
Thank you very much.
All
Same
right,
for
thanks.
you. Thanks.